At the heart of innovation, engineering meets purpose. From cleaner air to smarter mobility, filtration technology is shaping the future of industries worldwide. Global filtration leader Mann+Hummel strengthens its footprint in India with the launch of its largest global technology and innovation center outside of Germany in Tumkuru, a major step towards driving advanced engineering, digital innovation and sustainable solutions from the heart of Karnataka. This state-of-the-art center unites cutting-edge research, digital engineering and sustainability under one roof. This investment of over 100 crore rupees underscores Mann+Hummel's deep commitment to India's engineering excellence and its ambitious global goals. News9 partners with Mann+Hummel for a series of thought leadership conversations.
We are in conversation with Mr. Thomas Fisher, Chairman Mann+Hummel, the descendant of the man who founded Mann+Hummel. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Mr. Thomas Fisher. One of the momentous occasions we have in this conversation, the Global Technology and Innovation Center of Mann+Hummel has been launched in India, and this is the first of many more India engagements from Mann+Hummel, isn't it?
It is definitely. I'm a very big fan of India anyhow, and I'm biased, and I have to show it in a second. But India is the future for us. The growth is in Asia at the moment, and India is the leading country for Asia. That's why we are investing very heavily in India, because we see the future of well-educated, bright people with a developing very good industrial base, and we will make use of it. But I have to show you, I'm very biased with TV9 because we two met 6 months ago, and that was my dress, and he was interviewing me. And since then, I love TV9. I have to admit it.
Yeah, in TV9, we've had the News9 Global Summit in Germany. We're really happy to partner with Mann+Hummel for our next Global Summit in Germany as well. The relationship between India and Germany is growing at a national level. You know that, right?
The free trade agreement is one of the best things you could do. If you look in what the USA is doing under Trump and what China is doing with Xi Jinping, I'm very happy that we have this free trade agreement with India that offers a ton of opportunities for both sides. There will be difficulties with currencies at the moment, with the supply chain, with all the oil situation, which harms both of our nations. Or states. Europe is not a nation, but Europe is close to India, a lot of different countries. But I'm so positive about what can be achieved over the next years to come. I'm glad and proud to be here.
I'm going to begin with Mr. D.M. Girish with a very simple, straightforward question. Are customers willing to pay? Simple, straightforward. Are they willing to pay more for cleaner vehicles with better filtration systems?
Okay, good morning everyone. Congratulations first of all to Mann+Hummel for this fantastic day and inaugurating this technology center. I would say yes, but conditionally, because what customers will look for when they pay more is a clear business value over and above the sustainability aspects, right? It's very important for the customers to get the TCO effect. We talked so much about TCO in the earlier panel. It's about productivity. It's about keeping the vehicle up in the market. And it's about the value what we bring on top of the sustainability aspects. I would say also, along with the TCO, it's about the policy matters. How we bring the policy which is a little bit more customer-centric and which is also taking care of the long-term needs of the market, maybe in terms of incentivization and things like that. The third element is about the market readiness. It's about the infrastructure we create. because it's no good to bring in a best vehicle in the market, making customer pay more when the physical infrastructure is not going to be ready, right? So to sum it up, all customer will pay more when they see the business value, when the ecosystem is ready, when the policy parameters support them.
Okay, Mr. Jayakumar Chutar, I want to ask this: are we witnessing a trade-off really, between compliance and demand? Say, smaller fleet operators, do they postpone a purchase simply because of cost factors, or an upgrade because of cost factors?
Okay, so let me put some data before I answer your question. So as we have progressed on the more stricter regulations and emission norms over a period of time, and we have progressed much faster than the developed countries, how they have progressed on the emission norm. In fact, we took in a very small period, the double jump of BS4 to BS6. Okay, so during this period, the lot of new technologies entered into the vehicle, and obviously that has impacted cost for the OEMs and as well as the price finally what customer has to pay. There has been the impact. So as a result, there has been some change in the overall customer profile. So it started impacting, or I will say it started increasing the proportion of buying more by the large fleet owners, and proportion of the small, or I will say retail, sub-retail customer went down to some extent in this period. Okay, but it stabilized. And how it stabilized? The multiple reasons. One is, as a OEM, we give the lot of confidence to these customers by offering the various downstream business options for us, and the confidence to them that they would be good buying the vehicle and using it for the long term. So we offer a lot of fleet management services. We have the AMC options to the customers. We give the extended warranty. With all this, we have built the good confidence with the retail, sub-retail customers also. So while there was some impact, that impact actually stabilized a lot. And in fact, there is an increase in the retail and sub-retail customers post GST 2.0 in September. Because one more reason, the large customer anyway used to get the input credit of the GST. The small customers were not getting. So they are economically also benefited by GST. So the government has helped, the OEMs have helped with the various options, and as a result, more confidence is built and they are taken care. That's what I can say. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mangesh Natu, we're having this conversation at a time when the term rising fuel prices has never been felt more intensely by everybody in the ecosystem, from big companies to the smallest of individuals. Fuel costs and financing remaining high. For transporters, is there a chance, a possibility, a risk that sustainability goals could possibly take a backseat? Mr. Mangesh Natu.
First of all, is this working? Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity to be part of this panel. Coming to the question, I think it's like a time dimension kind of thing. So in the short term, there is a chance people will prioritize profitability, sustainability in the sense they would want to remain viable. And going forward, as let's say times improve, or if alternatives in terms of other propulsion systems, right, as they start becoming more and more profitable, that's when people might start thinking about sustainability as well. But until then, it is a tough ask for someone to take a hit on profitability in interest of sustainability is how I would look at it.
Okay. Mr. Badri Sinha, I want to talk to you about, again, the importance of the critical nature of filtration. How much of a fleet's downtime and repair costs can be traced back to poor filtration systems?
Mr. Kumar?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Kumar, then when I joined this auto industry in 2000, our engines used to be a mechanical engine. Then it converted into electronics. And now it is a complete chemical factory we are carrying on each truck. So the filtration part is becoming more and more crucial. And now when the technology is getting more and more complex, the behavior of the customer is also changing. They are buying trucks with AMC, annual maintenance contract, and when we calculate the cost of filter in that AMC, it is almost like 30%. But if you do a little more deep dive, like if there is a problem in an injector choking, if you do 2-3 whys, you will come to know that filtration is not okay, that's why there is a injector choking. And if you go and then you have a clogging on a DPF, so all these things are also tracking back to the poor filtration. So the overall cost of poor filtration for a customer is very high. And the way now the trucks are running, even when you can see that because of this, the way he shared the implementation of GST and better infrastructure, the running is very high. And we are trying to increase the service interval also, and even then the cost of this filtration is very high. And the cost of filtration can be come down. As a purchasing man, I can ask Sudesh also that they can also work to reduce the prices, do some innovation, some frugal engineering. That is also work. In our part, we are working, increasing the interval time and other things.
We believe in having conversations that create outcomes. It's clearly a direct request being placed from the ecosystem towards Mann+Hummel. Let me bring in Mr. Shpeth at the stage. Tell us, is filtration now seen as that all-important value component, or is it still a cost component?
First of all, what is the purpose of Mann+Hummel? Serving the customer. And only if the customer is happy, then we can be happy and we can invest in such nice buildings and technologies. So overall, cost plays a role. No doubt about it. At the end, we are all businessmen. We are here to make money. And that is a crucial part of the overall business. And at the end, it's a very cost-competitive industry. However, we already heard the failure modes. We heard on the previous group already the discussion about it's about uptime. When we speak about commercial vehicles, our customers, your customers, are not buying a truck, not buying a tractor or a construction equipment for fun, for leisure. They want to make money with it. It's their investment to survive, to live. And that is our obligation. So overall, not speaking about efficiency improvements, whatever, I would like to stress 2 points. The one is total cost of ownership. Yes, we heard it. It is about uptime. And it's not only to replace a filter, it's how you replace the filter. It's the whole model behind to have the right part at the right place at the right moment, really to help our customers to run their equipment as efficiently as possible. And besides, we spoke a lot about engine technology as such. We heard it from Hasmeet. We have the task also to protect the people, to protect the truck driver, to protect the farmer. Because against pesticides, against the fine dust particles, against whatever bacteria, you name it. So that is the purpose, and I think filtration plays a much, much more different role than simply it's a cost component.
Absolutely, fantastically, so well put. Mr. DM Girish, since we are discussing so much on cost, I want to ask, all the newer emission norms and future emission norms, are they just pushing up costs, or they're also driving innovation?
Yeah, I would say both, because cost in the short term, because this will increase the cost, because you are expected to bring a better fuel efficiency and things like that in the beginning. But then these BS norms on a long term will drive innovation big time in the industry. Okay, these really act as catalyst in the industry to bring massive innovations, right? So short term, we have to be adaptive to make sure that we bring a TCO to the customer to negate the impact coming on the cost, but over time utilize this as a big innovator in the industry.
Okay, Mr. Jayakumar Chudar, then let me ask you talk about cost as total cost of ownership. So in that sense, how much does filtration play a part in terms of the total cost of ownership, assuming that filtration leads to better durability and performance overall?
Okay, so first I will say the subjectively how much it costs, I will say lot. So it will also attract the attention of the Mann+Hummel management team sitting over here, that's an important parameter. Now, the objective answer is we have to understand from the point of view, and there are the certain determinants. Which are those determinants? The environment in which the vehicle is operating, what technologies have used on the engines, oil and the fuel. This important. The how, and also the DEF, I will add the third liquid. How those are actually being managed up to the last customer on the purity side. And then what I would like to add here is that the customer who is using the vehicle and also to whom he is serving. So these are all the participants over here. Now, this impact of the TCO, what you asked, I have to divide into two parts. There is a direct impact and there is an indirect. Okay. As I told earlier, that we are operating a lot of downstream businesses of the annual maintenance services we do. We give the extended warranty, and by that way, the vehicles are with us, even though the customer actually is running, but the practically maintained by us for the 6 to 8 years approximately. That's a quite good period. So, the one element is the initial cost, but it is multiple times incurred when we are maintaining the vehicle under AMC and the fleet management services. And that is something, the cost is a part of our deal with the customer for the fixed amount what we take from them and keeping. So we have the good understanding on this subject. So it is a multiple times of the initial cost. That's a point number one on the filtration. Indirect effect, what I spoke, the indirect effect is much bigger than the direct effect of the TCO, what you can count that I replace the filter and filter costs so much and every 1 lakh kilometer I am changing. But indirect effect is the lot of systems sitting on the vehicle, how well the filtration is done and how well we are able to maintain the life for those parts like injector, turbocharger, after treatment systems. So all these costs during the warranty get impacted directly by the filtration. That become the part of the TCO. So that's why I said, I will go back to my first answer. Why I said lot is because of this. Thank you.
Okay, it is a lot, but it is going to be critical, Mr. Mangesh, isn't it, going forward? One way or the other, with tighter emission norms, there's going to be critical to have better filtration systems, and this cost component is not going away anywhere. It's going to only increase going forward, isn't it? And more importantly, then all the customers will have to factor that in their future business plans.
Yeah, I mean, what we see is, I'm keeping electrification in my mind when I answer this, right? Customers will look for, let's say, a sustainable option as long as it makes cost sense, right? Some end users, they are willing to make adjustments, let's say in terms of longer contract lengths, right? Or maybe sharing some of the burden in terms of the upfront investment to essentially be early adopters of some of these sustainable mobility options. But outside of that, what we see is a large sort of inclination towards keeping costs low, and not willingly pay extra
for clean air.
For clean air or for sustainable options. At this moment, that's how the market is panning out. That's why we see slower adoption of electric vehicles, and only in certain pockets where, as we earlier referred to, the TCO makes sense, right? That's kind of how it is working out.
Okay, fair enough. But then, Mr. Badri Sinha, there are emission norms to adhere to going forward, and they're getting stricter. How ready is the industry when it comes to even, complying with those newer and stricter emission norms?
we can divide this problem into two parts. One is the technical part, other is the behavior of the customer. So technical part, in 2023, India, after implementation of onboard diagnostics, there is OBD2, the onus of meeting the norms in the running vehicle also lies with the OEMs. So in our part, our design team has worked, and they have worked on the durability and reliability of the complete BS6 system. A lot of loading has been changed and component more reliable and more, they have enhanced the service interval and changing interval of filters and other aspects. And other part is the customer behavior. So how much customer is appreciating that whether his vehicle is meeting the norms or they are not meeting the norms. Because in India still the people are not that, you can say, conscious about the meeting the norms their vehicle is meeting, because lot of bypass they do in the field. So it onus become is on the OEMs. We have to work with the customers. We have to teach them. We have to educate them. And in this, all automatic fraternity has a role to play. Like in Mann+Hummel is there, and others, also other suppliers can also work with the supplier, and they can teach them, especially in case of filter. The changing of the filter is still depend upon the perception of the mechanic. Because he see the color, now the color is this much, that is the color, now I have to change the filter. So we have to work more and more on indicators, automation, and leveraging the AI or digitalization. Like in our vehicles, we have a telematics where we are getting the data from a truck, and we tell the customer who has downloaded the app, and we can tell them that there is this problem is there in your engine. It is going to create a problem in the future. So preventive maintenance and other things we can educate and we can tell them. Because now more and more, you can say, educated people are coming into this transportation business also. So you can say that going forward, right now there is a gap. No doubt there is a gap, but working together with the customer, working on a technology and innovation, this gap can be come down, and we can ensure that the vehicle running on the field is emitting fresh air.
Okay, Mr. Harold Smith, I was going to just come to that predictive filtration analytics. Tell us about predictive filtration analytics. How do you think it can reduce downtime, and how crucial that is going to be to tell the customer, why you need the most advanced filtration system with predictive filtration analytics?
So first of all, I would like to state the technology is there. We have been working that for quite a while. We developed sensors, we developed the software, we have our own algorithm, and I can tell you the results are really good. We really can predict what's happening. But now we are going already to the next level. I can tell you we just recently decided to invest in a startup company sitting in California who's working on fluid management. So what they are doing is real-time fluid intelligence using, of course, AI. So here we see new opportunities because we work with pressure, with temperature, I would say the rather traditional parameters, how we can predict then the filter life. But if you can combine that intelligently with other parameters, like the chemical situation, like the water intrusion, whatever, then we come to a complete new system approach. I can tell you, we have been talking with all of our customers. They are all open, but everyone is a little bit still looking what's the right way to go forward, because we cannot do it by ourselves. The customer need us, we need the customers, and at the end, it's the entire ecosystem. And here, of course, the question comes in about the data ownership, what is the acceptance that we enter the systems. But overall, this opens up new business models, this opens up new opportunities, and beside of what you just mentioned, we can increase the service interval then. It helps us to optimize our supply chain. Just to give you a simple example, we know exactly when is a product needed, we can adjust our stock, we can work with our suppliers to really ensure and ultimately increase uptime.
Oh, fantastic. Come almost out of time over here. I have 1 more minute left. I'm going to take again a quick poll at the end of this. In the next 5 years, will commercial vehicle customers choose a truck for its ability to make a clean air, or will they still only go by mileage?
So short answer, long answer?
Short one.
Short answer, okay. So actually both. And as the awareness is getting better and better, added with the OEMs as well as the government efforts and the more knowledge getting spread, the customers are understanding very clearly the importance, but he wants efficiency as well. That's why I said both. Thank you.
Mr. Sinha.
Yeah, I don't think that Indian customer will stop asking kitna deti hai. So
Definitely not.
so going forward, it is going to be a balance between the fuel efficiency and the clean air. So it is a responsibility of the OEMs to design a vehicle in such a way that it gives fuel efficiency as well as the better air.
Mr. Mangesh Nadu, you're the biggest skeptic on the table so far. Do you think in 5 years from now, at least, the customer will ask, apart from kitna deti hai, they will also ask, will it make clean air?
I want to say yes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it will happen basis regulation, basis government programs, right, incentives, and industry providing good technology, as well as infrastructure from a charging perspective, right? I think we will be there.
Okay, we should be there, we'll be there. Fingers crossed. Mr. Girish.
Yeah, I think the precondition will be full value delivered to the customer with a matched pace between the policies, the infrastructure readiness, and the market readiness, right? Until that happens, customer will continue to see the mileage, but I think the sustainability will play a major role in the decision making as we go forward.
I would say yes. However, I don't know whether within 5 years or whether it takes a little bit longer. At the end, it's all about money. And there will be different speeds in different regions. Will we move in that direction? I'm absolutely convinced of.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for this wonderful panel, for the wonderful thoughts that emerged as part of this panel. Thank you so much for that, gentlemen.